Welcome to the George S. and Dolores Dory Eccles Center for the Performing Arts. Thank you for joining us here at the Eccles Center in beautiful Park City. We are thrilled to have you with us for this performance. Before we begin, we would like to take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has helped make this evening possible. A special thanks to the dedicated staff of the Eccles Center, the Park City School District Administration, and the Park City Performing Arts Foundation for their hard work and unwavering support of the arts in our community. We also want to go over a few reminders to ensure an enjoyable experience for everyone. Please silence all cell phones, watches, and any other devices that might disrupt the performance. If you need to step out, we kindly ask that you do so at an appropriate break to minimize disturbance. To help preserve our beautiful theater, no food or drink is allowed inside the auditorium except for bottled water. We deeply appreciate your help in keeping our venue clean and inviting. Please pick up any belongings or trash as you leave. Thank you for your cooperation, and again, welcome. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hello, thank you so much for being here. That was our 8th grade percussion class. Let's give them one more round of applause. They were playing a piece titled Avalanche Lake by Patrick Esparza. We're going to do just a little bit of a set change here. We are going to try as much as physically possible to keep these as short as we can tonight, because I know there's a lot of that with percussion. So we'll have some stuff out in front of the curtain, some chamber stuff. It'll be good. Welcome to all of you. Thank you so much for being here. This is our Day of Percussion Send-Off concert, and this concert exists to kind of let the whole community have a chance to see some of the things that we'll be doing this Saturday at the Day of Percussion. So a little bit about some of what's about to happen. As I said, That was our Band 3 percussion just now, our 8th grade percussion class. They're doing some excellent work, and we're excited for them to experience their first day of percussion this Saturday. In just a moment, we are going to have a couple of, a soloist and a duet perform for you. These are two of our chamber works that recently competed in our region solo and ensemble festival, and through their outstanding merit have qualified to go on to the state solo and ensemble festival. Let's give them a round of applause for that. All right, so in just a moment, we will have our very own Kat Jones playing some timpani, Etude number 2. Let's give her a round of applause. And then in addition to that, after that, we will have a duet performed by our very own Marco Refuerzo and Grant Buys, entitled Lunation by Mark Heine. Let's give them a round of applause as well. All right, without further ado, I will go ahead and turn the time over to Kat Jones performing Etude number 2 by Nick Wood. All right, thank you so much. Let's give both of those performances one more round of applause. All right, up next we have our concert band percussion class. This is made up of 9th grade students. They will be playing 2 different selections for you. It's actually 2 movements from the same piece. The piece is titled 3 Scenes from the Desert. The first movement that they'll be playing is entitled Desert Sunrise, with the second movement that they'll be playing entitled Red Rock Canyon. So we are just about finished with the set change. It's like magic. We opened the curtain and everything was moved. So we'll be done with that set change in just a moment, and we will start with Desert Sunrise. Thank you very much. As I mentioned earlier, the second piece is entitled Red Rock Canyon. Just a little announcement for your information. We're actually short one person, so I'll go back and I'll play with him a little bit. We're missing Zaxon Ray tonight. I think he's feeling a little under the weather. But we're excited to have him on Saturday, and we're excited to play this second movement on Saturday. Thank you very much. All right, thank you very much. Let's hear it one more time for our concert band percussion class. All right, I would like to take just a second as we're kind of resetting again this next time to say a couple of thank yous. I think thank yous are always important. A big thank you to all of the staff here at the Eccles who have been so supportive in making this happen. A big thank you to our admin, to our custodians. It really takes a nation to make something like this happen. A big thank you to all of you parents. Let's give a round of applause for those parents. We're also very grateful for the students, for all the hard work they've put in. And I feel I always have to add that I am very grateful for my wife, Corinne, and for my two children. Being a band director, they put up with a lot of nights where I'm not necessarily around this time of year, and it's a big sacrifice for my wife. And could we give her a round of applause? She's wrestling a 3-year-old in the audience as we speak. So without any further ado, we're going to have our Wind Ensemble Quartet perform for you Watercolor Sun. right, thank you very much. One more round of applause for our Wind Ensemble Quartet. I told those kids as they were getting ready tonight that I love when they play that song, because anytime someone walks by and hears it, you just kind of smile. It just makes people happy. It's just happy people music. So we really enjoy that. Again, all of these things that you're hearing tonight are things that are going to be performed this Saturday at our Utah Day of Percussion. While we're kind of wrapping up this last set change, this is one of our bigger set changes of the night, I wanted to tell you a little bit about Day of Percussion and what it is. It started out pretty small 15 or 20 years ago with just a couple of schools saying, hey, our percussionists don't get to show off all of the percussion things that they're doing. We would really like to give them a venue for that. And it started small with just a couple schools, and over the last couple the last decade or so, it's really just exploded until it is now a full-fledged statewide event. I'm slightly involved in the organization, and I think we have something like 40 different schools, and you just look at the amount of gear that we have on stage, and then you picture 40 of those, and it's a lot, but it's so much fun. They have world-renowned clinicians who come in, literally world-famous people that the kids get to work with, and they get to go to workshops, they get to see performances, they get to go and they get to perform and be judged by various clinicians, get feedback. So it is a spectacular opportunity for our students to just see what is out there in the wide world of percussion. So we are very excited to travel there. The students are, I think, less excited about the 5:30 a.m. call time, but there's donuts, and so it's okay. It'll all work out. This next ensemble who is going to be performing is our percussion technique class. They will be playing two pieces for you. The first is a transcription of an orchestral piece. Some of you may be familiar if you're classical music buffs. It is the Overture to Ruslan and Lyudmila by Glinka. So they will be playing an arrangement of that for marimba quartet, which we've turned into a quintet. And then the second piece will be less classical. It's a little bit more modern, a little bit more new age. It's titled Space Junk, and it is actually for percussion quartet and narration. So it's essentially like a children's story or maybe a bedtime story set to percussion ensemble. So we're very excited for both of these different pieces. We're just kind of wrapping up our set change really quickly, and in just a moment we will be with you with our percussion technique class. Thank you so much.
Testing, testing. Stop. The stars are jumping tonight. Their smiles are big and bright and light up the sky. But in one corner of the sky, there's one little star, and she is stuck. She is not jumping, she is not smiling, and she is alone by herself away from the other stars. And she can't move. She is covered in space junk. The other stars have made a mess, covering up the little star in their space junk. Floating her far away from all the other stars. But she is a smart little star. She jumps and wiggles and frees herself from the space junk. And instead of leaving it to float back into space, she decides to do something else instead. She starts to make things with her space junk. Like cool clothes and bright jewelry, and she even makes musical instruments. She releases her creations into the sky and she watches them float back into space with all the other stars. They try on her cool clothes and her bright jewelry. And they even start to make beautiful music with her instruments. The other stars realize how special their space jump can be. How special the little star can be too. The little star is happy now. She floats back home, jumping and smiling and shining and singing too.
right, thank you so much. That was Oscar Zazens. One more round of applause for Oscar Zazens. Oscars was another one of our students who qualified to travel to our state solo and ensemble festival. And we're very excited that we had so many students qualify this year. It's been a lot of years since we've had this many students qualify. So really exciting things happening. You'll see on the back of your programs, I know they got out after some of us got here. On your way out, if you didn't get one, snag a program. But you'll see highlighted some of our students participated in all-state ensembles, which is an ensemble comprised only of the best players in the state. They audition. It's a very rigorous process. We had several students participate there. We also had several students qualify for our state solo and ensemble, like I mentioned. Just a lot of good things happening here. We're very excited to see what all of their hard work brings this Saturday, Day of Percussion. And I'm always trying to tell the kids that regardless of competitive results, which they tend to do fairly well, they're good kids, but at the end of the day, that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is that they get to make music with each other, they get to share that with the audience, they get to create experiences for people, and that's really special. Our final group of the evening is going to be our wind ensemble percussion. They will be playing two selections for you. The first is titled Ephemera by Francisco Perez, and the second title is Dr. Gratis ad Parnassum. It's a transcription again of another, this time a classical piano piece that has been transcribed out for percussion ensemble. So we're very excited to share with you these final two pieces of the night. Thank you so much for being here. This is your wind ensemble percussion. As we're rotating for this final number of the night, I know I already said this once, but I think it is worth saying twice. Parents, without you guys, none of this would ever happen. It's this whole program, it's all of these kids. Next year, we're going to start including even more of our younger students, some of our Ecker Hill students on some of these concerts. And we're just so lucky, and none of it would be possible without the support from you parents. Let's give our parents another round of applause. I just want to say that I'm truly honored to be a part of this community. This is my second year now here in Park City, and I couldn't think of a place I would rather be. These students are some of my favorite people, and they make me very proud. They work very hard, and they make me very proud. So thank you so much for everything tonight. Our final number of the night, as I said, will be Dr. Gratis ad Parnassum. And in the best news ever, for the first time ever, they don't even have to clear the percussion away after the concert, because we're doing that tomorrow. So thank you again for being here, and this is our final number, Dr. Gratis ad Parnassum. All right, thank you so much again for being here, everybody. We appreciate having you. We hope you have a wonderful night. We hope you drive home safe. And students, I hope you enjoy not putting percussion away tonight. Thank you again, and have a great night, everybody.